outside today, so I was going to get out and do a video, but again, it's just rainy and nasty outside. So I figured I'd just hang out in my little studio here today and do just a quick little live stream, see how everybody's doing. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything is great in your world like always. That is always my hope when it comes to you, my viewing audience. I really do wish the best for everybody and hope you're always having a great time. Now, I'm shooting this with my phone, so it's going to look a little bit weird if I keep looking off to this side. It's hard to focus because there's no center lens to put my focus on. So I'm constantly looking off over here. And the reason I'm looking off over here is to make sure that I'm still in cameras, which is kind of stupid. I know, but it's a live stream. It doesn't really matter. Anyways, I hope you're doing good today. Hope all is well with you. Now, a couple things. Got the giveaway is going. Hey, Trust Life, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in today. So I was fixing to talk about, we've got the giveaway coming up for the Southwest Archery Ghost Takedown Longbow. Really looking forward to that. I'm excited about that. Really excited about it. I've got a lot of good entrants. And again, the contest or the giveaway technically ends November 1st. So that's all in the rules and regulations that I posted in the last video for that. So the contest ends November 1st, and then the drawing is going to be held next weekend, probably on the 5th or something like that. Still haven't figured out quite how I'm going to do the drawing, but we're going to, and we're going to do it, whether it's either a live stream like this, or we'll do, just a video presentation for that. But I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm really looking forward to whoever wins the bow to get out there and use it and have fun with it, and just grow with it like I have. Because, my archery journey over the past couple of years has really accelerated and kind of gone to different levels where I never thought it would. I remember my first video that I posted here on YouTube, what was it, 2013, me and my son out shooting a compound bow, and then I was like, wow, that's many, many moons ago. So, but it has been a great journey, and I'm really just excited about the coming year, 2023. Looking forward to doing more reviews, looking forward to, just sharing content with you, the audience out there, because yeah, that's still a good idea. I was thinking about that. Do I need to do the spinning wheel? Let's see. That would be a really cool way to do that. So I may try to put something together. Of course, when I try to build something technical like that, it generally turns out to be garbage. So, but I'll definitely give it a try. It's definitely worth a try. But nonetheless, when I started, like I was saying, in 2013, I never expected to get where I am. And I'm just really excited about this. I'm having so much fun putting out content, and I hope you enjoy the content that I do produce. I know sometimes it gets a little bit scattered, but you think about it, you make content week after week after week, or in my case, it's every 2 weeks. And the reason I do every 2 weeks is kind of give myself a little bit of breathing room. So I'm not trying to just kind of rush something out there to where it kind of sucks. I really don't want to do that. But again, I love all your ideas, all your comments. I love the things that you guys post whenever I do post content. It's really good to read some of the comments and just, see what's on your mind and to see what you think about certain products or shooting or anything like that. It's really a cool thing to kind of experience that and kind of absorb all of that. And there's a lot of great ideas that I have taken from the comments, and kind of applied them to my shooting or my techniques or whatever that is. And that's why I always say in my videos that, post your comments. I love your comments. Put them down there in the comment section because I do get to them. I got a couple now from a couple of videos ago that, hey, Jackie, how you doing? Good to see you today. Great you're here. But, a couple of comments that I've got to get back to from a couple of videos ago. And I mentioned it kind of briefly in my last video that, I've changed jobs. Which is kind of scary starting over as old as I am. But change jobs, better opportunity, but it's really kind of absorbing a lot of my time right now. And that's another reason that I do post every 2 weeks, because I want to make sure that I am, putting out content that not only means something to me, but means something to you guys too, or if nothing else, just entertains you just a little bit. Because I know I can be kind of goofy. One day I'm going to take all of the outtakes from me recording, and I'm going to put them into a video. Put it out there. I'm kind of a goofball off the camera, but that's the human side of it, and that's what we're all striving to do, is just put our best foot forward when we get on here to post content. So what's on your mind today? What's going on with you? Any questions, any thoughts, any ideas? I know there was one comment on, I think it was my Link Boy arrows that I posted. somebody starting out, wondering what draw weight to get, what length arrows, what arrows this, what arrows that. And when I was giving the advice, I give it from my perspective. That doesn't mean that it's right 100%, because there are so many different ways to do the sport of archery. And that's another thing too. When I give, like, I don't want to call it advice, because it's not really advice. It's just something that I know that would work. It's just from my own experience, and it has nothing to do with the professionals out there, because I don't want anybody to think that I am nothing more than a backyard shooter out here. So what's going on today with you? If you got any questions, any thoughts, any ideas, and the bow giveaway is coming. It's getting there. I am looking forward to that, and I hope that whoever gets this bow will take that thing and just enjoy it so much. It's a solid shooter, and I've been looking for these online lately. Southwest Archery. Hey Shane, how you doing? Southwest Archery, you can't even buy one of these anymore because they're constantly out of stock. And I don't know if that's a supply chain issue or if that's something going on with it, but you definitely can't buy them. I've looked for the past couple of months. I've been looking at it, and I was even going to buy a set of limbs for my Spider XL up there just to put on that. You can't even buy the limbs anymore for some reason. So I don't know if it's a supply chain issue, but I do know whoever gets this bow should really enjoy it. Again, you just can't pick them up. And it may be just one of those things where it's kind of like we get a few in and then they're gone. We get a few in and then they're gone. I don't know. I don't hover over the website too much. But looking forward to giving it away. And I'll probably include just another Flemish twist string with it, just so you have it, whoever picks this up. And then that way you can change it out whenever you need to. So that being said, I do have some ideas coming up in the near future for some videos. I'd really like to do some collaborations with some people. The problem is I'm not part of an archery club, and I'm really just me, and a lot of the people that I know that do archery live so far away from me. I can't get in there and do something with them. I'd love to do some kind of collaboration. Maybe I can do that in the coming year, figure out how to do that. I'd really love to get together with a bunch of people and just get out and shoot and have some fun. Maybe record that, put that into a video format, and put that out there. Hey Graham, how you doing? Man, it's really, really good to hear from you, Graham. You've been kind of absent there for a little while. Oh, they did, Shane. Very cool. You'll have to forgive me on these comments. I can't see them all the time. So if you post a comment and I don't get back to it real quick, I'm sorry, but when you're doing this live on your phone, it just kind of goes and it disappears. I can't break out a chat box here like I can when I'm doing a live stream on the computer. So, but Shane, you said they had some inventory and then it's gone that quickly. That's probably the case. Again, like I was saying, every time I've checked them, they've been out. I've not seen one, and I've even checked Amazon to see if Amazon possibly carries this, or either a third party carries it, but I can't find it anywhere. So. Again, really good bow. I'm looking forward to giving it away, and I hope whoever gets it just has a blast with it. And be safe. Please be safe. Always be safe. So somebody, a lot of my comments let's talk about comments for a minute. A lot of the comments that I get from people are, what bow should I buy? What arrow should I use? What draw weight? What this? What that? And I was thinking about that, and I'll probably do a video on that in the near future. But really, oh no, goodness gracious, brother, are you better? Hopefully, hopefully everything's good with you now. I know me and my family, we went through COVID. Last September? It was brutal. I just. My wife was in the hospital for 5 days with it, and it was a scary time, and I'm so thankful we're past that now. And I hope that everybody out there is well and okay, and I hope if you do come down with something that you're able to get it through your system quickly and get back to normal, because I know, for almost a month, it was horrendous. But that being said, yeah, that's what I was saying, Shane. They're always they either don't have them, can't get them, or just whatever that is, but you never see them anymore. But going back to, good to hear, Graham. But going back to what I was saying, whenever, I think when it comes to bows, I really don't make suggestions on what I would buy if I were you. I just make suggestions on what I think for me works. And when it comes to a bow, the big question is what draw weight. I am a proponent of using a low draw weight when you're first starting out and you're just learning the mechanics and the fundamentals, because that helps you in the long run. If you can And I know it's not the coolest thing in the world. I shoot a 30-pound bow and blah, 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 blah. You want to pull back that 70-pound monster of a bow that'll launch a tree trunk, 100 yards. But the thing about it is, you're going to sacrifice fundamentals, and you're going to sacrifice form, and you're going to sacrifice building up your strength and setting the right foundation for later on if you jump too far ahead of that. So I always recommend going with a low pound bow, shooting it, build up your strength. More importantly than building up your strength, though, is building up your form, being really consistent with that, because that's going to help you out in the long run. I know I started, when I came from compound archery, I was shooting a 65-pound draw. Of course, you've got the lead off, so you're not really holding 65 pounds back that far. And for me, it was fine. It was okay. But whenever I switched to traditional recurve or traditional archery, that was a whole different animal. And I almost teetered on being... Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to read your comment there. Very nice. Do you like your Hungarian longbow? I know mine is really good. I still shoot it from time to time. I know once I went to a laminate, it's a different kind of ballgame, but I do like my Hungarian longbow. I mean, I shot that thing forever. And you've seen my videos, me shooting that. Needless to say, it was bad. But it was a great learning time to get into the Asiatic style of archery. But back to what I was saying about the bows. I almost teetered on having too much weight at 40 pounds whenever I first started. But I had been building up strength with compound, but again, you got the lead off, so you're really not holding back 65 pounds. But again, 40 pounds was just right, or almost a little too much. To work on my form and my anchor, of course, and then the release, that's going to come with time. But I always recommend start out low. Don't worry about what anybody says. Don't worry about if you feel, oh, I've got the lightest bow in the world. No, start out low, build your fundamentals up. Then start moving to something that's a little bit more heavy. I mean, even now, after shooting for as long as I have, the highest draw weight I've got is 45 pounds. But when you get into, a 30-inch draw that I have, that's going to put 2 to 3 pounds per inch over that 28 inches. So I'm somewhere in the neighborhood of 50 pounds, if you will. Again, depending on which bow I'm using. So, but I've built up to that, and I don't really feel the need to go above 45 pounds for the draw weight of the bow. I'm comfortable and happy there. So that's my advice for anybody just starting out. Start low, build up, get everything right, and then you'll be much happier in the long run. Plus, you're not going to do as much damage or possible damage to your shoulders or other muscle groups whenever you're out shooting. So just keep that in mind. The other thing too, I get asked a lot, what arrows should I buy? What arrows should I buy? Well, that's subjective. Everybody's going to have their favorite. I know I have my set of favorites. I shot gold tips forever, and I still like gold tip arrows, but trying Link Boys and then some from Top Archery, there's a lot of good alternatives out there. For me, I think any carbon arrow that you can work with, or that is, I don't want to say spine to your bow and kind of tuned to your bow, I think you'll get pleasure out of just about anything. Really, the key thing is, how many times do you miss, like me? How much time do you spend chasing those things through the woods? That's when you get into some issues with breakage and, are they going to hold up? Is the carbon strong enough to survive an impact? Should I miss the target? But again, they should be spine to your bow. Anything under 30 pounds, 600-700 is fine. And then the arrow weight, this was another part of that comment. It just doesn't seem like out of my 25-pound bow or 26-pound bow, it doesn't seem like the arrows are very powerful, or they don't impact hard or anything like that. Well, if you take a standard arrow that's got a really high GPI, it's going to be a lot slower, especially out of a lightweight bow. My suggestion was go with a low GPI. That way, it'll give you a little bit more speed, a little more oomph whenever that arrow goes through the air, and you'll notice a definite difference in that. Yeah, definitely, Shane. I like mine too. I keep meaning to order some more. I keep forgetting to order some more, but I'm going to here soon because I want to get some in the 600 spine if I can pick those up, if they still got them. Definitely want to try those out because my horse bows are 35 pounds. So shooting a 500 spine, I really have to tinker with those a good bit. The longer the arrow, the better they fly, but I want to try some 600 spines as well just to see how I can make those fly out of the horse bows that I do shoot. So there's my rant on bows and arrows. And really it's subjective, like I said. Everybody's going to have their own opinion about what is the best, what works good for them. I know for me, it's a lot of trial and error. Whenever I've wasted a lot of money with this stuff. Yes. yes. Yes, absolutely. Yep, it is about fun. We forget that though, right? We forget that. We tend to beat ourselves up too much, no matter where we are in that journey. Whether that's working on things that we need to get better at, we tend to focus on the negatives and not the positives. And that's why I always try to be encouraging and upbeat whenever I make my videos. That don't beat yourself up. It's not about a competition with you and whoever. It's just about you feeling like you're mastering something. Yeah. yes, absolutely, Shane. But yeah, it's just about you having fun with where you are at any given time in your growth. I am a big proponent of that. I think if you just stop and smell the roses, if you will, and enjoy what you're doing, you're going to get a lot more, not a lot, but you'll get a bigger ROI on that, or return on investment. It's not about having, yes, we have, Graham. Yes, we have. But it's really not about, having the latest and greatest gear. I know I still shoot my Samick Sage, and I've taken crap for that, but you know what? That's okay. My Samick Sage still shoots great. It was an inexpensive bow, an entry-level bow, but it still stands up to the test of time, and I've had that thing for a long time. But again, it's just taking what you got and enjoying it. And I know you're probably saying, yeah, but Scott, you bought other bows and you've done this. Yeah, I do that. I'll admit to that, but I do it for the sole purpose of something that piques my interest, and I'm like, yeah, I want to try that out. And then I can turn it around and review it here on my channel for everybody else who may be looking at it. And there's been a few times when I've put a review up that somebody's looked at something that I reviewed and said, yeah, I've been thinking about getting that. What's your, yeah, you're right. You won't get it all right from the beginning. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. It takes time. Just enjoy that time. And that's what we forget. We forget to enjoy that time. So I know for me, there are times that I just go out to shoot and I just kind of forget the world. I know there may be some things, okay, I'm going to work on X, Y, Z, but more times than not, after I've worked on X, Y, and Z, the rest of the time is just shooting. Yes, absolutely, Graham. I agree with you. More than enough for shooting in the woods. My 40 pounds are more than enough to miss the targets like I always do and have to go chase those through the woods. At some point in time, I'm going to build a proper stand down there in my little shooting area, and then I'm going to put a good backstop in. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't like it. My misses are not very often, but when they are, those arrows really like to bury up in all the leaves and everything else down there in the woods. And then I have to go, hey, Nico, how you doing today? Thanks for joining us. We're just hanging out, talking archery, just having a good time. But yeah, I hate to have to go chase my arrows through the woods and dig them out from under leaves. And man, when they bury up deep. I think I've got 2 or 3 down there somewhere in the woods that I probably never will find unless they come in and clear the land and grade all that out. But then, so there you go. We never miss. That is a great outlook, Graham. We never miss. We always hit something, whether it's intended to or not. That is too funny. We never miss. That is a great idea. That would be a great idea for a t-shirt. Oh, you do. Very nice. Do lighted nocks? Yes, absolutely. Trust Life, do lighted nocks, do you have an on-off switch on those things, or are they just really pressure once you release the arrow? How do those work? Because I've looked at them and I've seen them 100 million times, but I've never used a lighted nock. I've always been curious about that. And yes, I could read about it, but sometimes I'm typical. I just look at, oh, with a switch. Okay, very nice. Very nice. Yeah, that would be a good solution, especially, during the shooting down in the woods like I do a lot. You can definitely lose some arrows, and lighted nocks would definitely help. Oh, did you, Shane? How did they work out for you? Trust Life. And the other thing with that is, I always fletch with red or white arrows, or red or white fletchings. And in the fall, the fletchings really match nicely with the leaves on the ground. Okay, all right. I may have to try a set of those. I may have to, now that's got my curiosity piqued, I may have to put those on my wish list for things that I'm going to pick up and try out and get out there and shoot with. I know I see a lot of compound archery shooting with those, but not a lot of traditional. Is that like a big thing in the traditional archery shooting lighted nocks? I mean, I guess it would be if you're hunting with your bow. That's kind of a dumb question, sorry. Oh no. Yeah, definitely get them out and shoot them, Shane. I'd love to see you do a video on them. Let me see how those things work. Oh, and by the way, Shane, absolutely, they should be. They should be. Or you can just tie a string to them. Okay, I'm gonna have to try those out then. I'm gonna see if I can pick up a set and give them a try. And another thing, Shane, what I was telling you is that every time I see one of your videos, Shane, just that view is breathtaking. I'm like floored every time I see that view when you're out shooting, man. I was like, holy cow. And I even showed my wife a couple of those videos. I'm like, look at this. Look where this guy gets to shoot. Is this not phenomenal? But that's just really, it's really cool to see that backdrop when you're out making videos, Shane. But I'll definitely try out the, yeah, definitely, Jackie. Save up for, which one are you looking at, by the way? But yeah, Shane, $12, that's not a bad deal. I may have to give those a try. I'll put those on my list to try to pick those up. Okay. That's awesome, Shane. I'll tell you what, I'm not a jealous person, but I'm envious every time I see that view. And then whenever you get out there and there's been some snow, I'm like all over that. I tell my wife that she's not a fan of the snow, but she might be. Because we talked about moving to Alaska one time, and I almost had her talked into it, and then she's like, nope, I don't want to. That ended that. I would love to go to Alaska and at least visit once before I have to kick off and check out for the last time. That, Ireland, I want to go to Ireland, Scotland, I want to visit the UK. Really nice, very nice, Shane. Yeah, there's a lot of places on my bucket list I want to go and see. Hopefully I'll get to do them all. I mean, I am getting close. I don't say close. I'm in that realm of retirement age, let's put it that way. So at some point I may get to do some traveling. I'm hoping that we do get to do some traveling and just get out and see the world. There's a lot of places I'd like to see, but hopefully, I think right now my view is just the backyard. I'm gonna pretend like that's somewhere else whenever I go out to shoot for my next video. Nonetheless, man, I'm glad you guys jumped in here. Thank you so much for joining my live stream. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the support you give my channel, you know, just by coming in and hanging out with me. Yeah, definitely, Graham. If I can ever get over to the UK, you bet you, brother, I'm going to let you know. But, you know, I just enjoy my subscriber audience. It just means a lot to me because, again, I'm just a dumb old country boy. You know, I'm just out here having fun, doing what I do, and sharing it with the world. And it's just something that I enjoy doing. So I'm appreciative for everybody that's subscribed to my channel. You know, the other thing too, you wouldn't know this, but whenever I'm out recording and the neighbors are out, and I hear neighbors talking, I get quiet because I'm a shy guy. I am really shy. I'm one of those guys that's like, oh, hey, and I'm just kind of keep my head down and keep going. I mean, I'm confident in my abilities, but I'm just shy. I've always been that way. So whenever the neighbors are out, it really hinders my my recording because I know they're not paying any attention. But the thing about it is, you're sitting there going, they're probably looking at me right now going, what is that guy doing? So, the joys of content creation. That's what that is. That is exactly what that is. Man, I'm just floored you guys jumped in here and, you know, throwing out some comments today and hanging out with me on a rainy Sunday afternoon, except for Shane. He's getting some snow up in the hills. Jealous a lot. Just kidding. So let me know, guys. This will probably go in my recorded files, if you will. All of the lives get recorded. Hopefully, if you come back and check it out at another time, leave me some comments. Yeah. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing, Shane. It's like I'm confident in my abilities. I don't have a problem public speaking. Part of my job is to talk to groups of people, so I'm totally fine with that, and I have no issues with that, and I'm confident. I'm on point. But whenever I'm recording, there's something that just goes off in the mind that says, "Uh-oh, always sunny in Spain." Almost. Spain's another one too, Trust Life. That's another one too that I'd like to get to. But maybe one day. We're hoping the bucket list is growing as we speak. Bring a warm coat. Absolutely. I always have to travel for work. Nothing glamorous. I don't know, Nico. Oh. That I don't know. But I do travel for work. Again, nothing glamorous, and I always overpack because you just never know. I mean, living where I live, it's going to be 30 degrees one day, and then the next day you're at 80 wearing shorts and flip-flops. Oh, the Manchu. Oh my goodness, Jackie, save up for that. I have been looking at a Manchu for so long, so long. That will be one of my future bow purchases. That's a whole different animal, but definitely if you can save up and get one of those. I've heard great things about the Manchu bow, especially that one. But I'm definitely looking to pick up something like that. But no, back to the travel thing. Again, I'm always prepared, no matter what. In the wintertime, I've got boots, heavy coats, blankets in the car just in case. You get snowed in somewhere, or one of those freeze mornings comes through and you can't get out. It happened. One of the people I used to work with, they were stuck on the freeway, solid sheets of ice on the road, couldn't get out for 7 hours sitting in a car. 7 hours. That was just crazy. I was like, man. So I always go prepared. But yes, if I ever make it over there, I will definitely bring a coat. Now, Graham, does it always rain? Is it always a rainy kind of atmosphere over there? That's what I hear. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's always raining. But I was just curious. Because I can bring a raincoat too if I have to, or an umbrella, something. Keep me warm. Normally I don't use an umbrella. Just let it rain. Man, but if you guys have ideas, content ideas, please post them in the comments. I would love to hear, something that maybe you've got kicking around, or maybe you've got questions about. I'll do as much research as I possibly can and post something along those lines, and definitely always willing to give back to the community. And another thing too, while I'm thinking about it, since you guys are here and this is going to be in a recorded format, if you see somebody that's imitating my channel, talking about this bow giveaway that's fixing to happen, and they're asking for money, asking for subs, asking for anything like that, just to understand that that's not me. I think I made it perfectly clear when I posted the video about this giveaway that this is just because I love this community and I love this bow, and I know it's a great bow, and I want to give somebody this bow and give back, just really for support. And thank you guys. Just say thank you. That's what it is. So if you see somebody imitating me here, please make sure that you either report them or you let me know and I'll report them, because I don't have a problem doing that. Oh no, yeah, it's rainy here today too, Jackie. So that's why I'm inside and not out shooting today. Okay, all right. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It's kind of like wintertime where we live, Graham. There's almost like a line. I love snow. I love to see snow. It reminds me of being a kid. I love it so much. But the thing about it is, we're teetering on that line. So normally it's the upper part of the state that gets all the snow, and then we get the little crumbs. We get the little dusting like this. Jeez, Tresslot, nice. That's cool, man. I love to hear about what you guys do and how you shoot, or where you're set up. It's really cool. It's fascinating to me to see how everybody does it. But I know me, I just get out and shoot where I feel comfortable, which is really down there in the woods, so I can lose some arrows. But I'd love to hear about your experiences. I'd love to hear about, all the things you do when it comes to the sport of archery, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. So feel free to post them in the comments. And another thing too that I'm starting, I really want my YouTube audience to jump in on this. I am starting a subscriber spotlight for my website, blueskiesarchery.com. And the subscriber spotlight is where you guys send me pictures of your favorite gear, maybe you out shooting, maybe, something, archery competition you've been a part of, whatever that is, whatever gets you jazzed and going about the sport of archery. If you go to my website, blueskiesarchery.com, click on the contact link page there, and just send me a photo. And if you decide to do this, if you send me a photo, make sure you give me permission to use it, because I don't want to do anything that, upsets you, the viewer, or anybody that's subscribed to my stuff. But give me a little caption of what the picture is about, and what I'll do on the subscriber spotlight page is post a picture, your caption, and it'll be there for the world to see, and then you guys can just kind of go check it out if you want to. But I've been really trying to get my website going for a while. I know I had to change servers. That was a nightmare, or hosting platforms rather. That was a nightmare, and I'm just now getting it back up to speed. And the bad part about it is the hosting platform that I went to didn't support any of the other stuff that I had put together and built. Even though I downloaded all my files and everything came with me, they're like, yeah, we can't do that, or we'll charge you $500 to do that. I'm like, no, it's okay. I'll figure it out myself. And so I've just kind of been rebuilding a little bit at the time. But again, go by and check out the website, blueskiesarchery.com. And if you want to be in the subscriber spotlight, I am more than happy to post your picture there. And I'll even mention it in one of my videos coming up, and maybe share some of those with the rest of the YouTube community that we're a part of out here. Because we have a great community. This is probably one of the best communities I have ever been a part of. And that's too funny, Nico. Still, what's your if you got like a favorite piece of gear or whatever that is, it could be the simplest thing. It's like, for me, this is one of the best purchases that I ever made for shooting split finger. It just works. So this is something that I would probably send. Hey, one of my favorite gloves. I love this glove, and I've shot this thing so much, I'm starting to wear the fingertips out in it. Hopefully I'll get a couple more years out of it. I don't know if you can see that, where I've actually put the, hopefully I'll get a couple more years out of it before I have to buy another one, because they're not cheap, man. I think this thing was $50. But again, I had a little extra cash laying around. I said, I'm going to try this out. And I do like tabs. I shot with those for a little while. I just feel like I have more control when I shoot with a glove. So, but yeah, could it be anything like that? Whatever it is, just a piece of gear, your favorite arrows. Heck, I don't care. Whatever it is. I mean, I've got some right here that I think I might even post a picture of these on there. I got that from American Leathers Trust Life. It's the, what is this? It's got it written on it somewhere. It's American Leathers is where I got this from, and it's the Big Shot. It's either the elk or something. Just check them out online. American Leathers archery gloves. Try that for the search, and you should be able to find them. These things are really nice. They do. The cool thing about the company that does these. Hey, Michigan Show, how you doing? Oh man, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you for the kind words. Thanks for joining us today. But the glove itself, Trust Life, they do have a sizing chart. So if you don't know what sizes, they give you the measurements, but those measurements are really weird. Now, what they'll do is they'll tell you, okay, if you don't know your chart, trace your hand, put it down on a piece of paper, trace your hand, fax that to us. I know, fax, right? Fax it to us, and we will size the glove for you. That way we'll know you get the exact fit that you need. But these things are phenomenal. I love shooting with this glove. It takes a little while to get used to, a little while to get broken in. But once you do, I mean, it just fits. It works. It's got neoprene webbing in here. Okay, feather tracers. Nice. Neoprene webbing, so because this leather does get a little bit hot, but it will, breathe, so you're not really sweating to death out there. But again, if I ever lost this glove or it just completely worn out, I would definitely be purchasing another one, because it's one of those that I have enjoyed having since I bought it. Yeah, I know that you know, for those that do have to go to, you know, archery ranges to shoot, I can understand that's a high cost. I get it. I don't know what an archery club would or archery range charges would be. I've been fortunate enough to live out in the country pretty much all my life. And I say the country, I mean, I'm not way out in the woods where there's nothing around, but country where I don't have to, you know, I can get down in the woods is what I'm trying to say, and I don't have to worry about, you know, shooting in an unsafe situation. But so I've been fortunate enough of that. For all those that have to go out and do that, I get it, you know, trying to find that time and, you know, justify the cost, whatever that cost is. I mean, I don't know. And I would think now, I mean, you would know better than I, now with everything, I mean, skyrocketing in prices, I can just imagine that those prices are going up as well. So, but guys, I think I'm going to jump off here. I'm going to go, I might even go down to my basement and shoot some. I've got a little range set up down there. I've done a couple of videos in there before, but I may just go down there and just take some practice shots and have a time doing that as well, since it's raining today. I was really hoping it would hold off. I don't mind it being cloudy, but with rain coming in, again, I'm not afraid to get wet. Same to you, Shane. Thanks for jumping in here. Trust Life, same to you. Nico, okay, that's where I know the name from. Awesome. Yes, Nico, yes, absolutely. Oh man, I cannot believe. See, that's how my brain works sometimes. Absolutely. Definitely want to get me a Manchu ring. So that's going to be one of my purchases. And I can even use that with what I've got now. So man, thank you so much, Nico, for throwing that out there, because again, my brain just kind of goes all kind of squirrely sometimes. I was sitting there, I was like, I know the name. Ah, very well. Thank you so much. But thank you guys. I appreciate it. I really do. I know it sounds kind of hokey when people say that, but I do. I truly appreciate it. And I truly appreciate your support for my channel and just the time you spend. It really means a lot. I mean, it really does. And I'm so thankful for that. And that's why I try to give back to you guys and always answer the comments. And I know for me, I can't stand it when I make a comment to somebody, you know, I don't want to say I can't stand it, but I mean, I get it. If you got 1 million subscribers, I get that. But, you know, even smaller channels, when they don't have a lot of subscribers, it's important to respond to the comments, because the comments are your lifeblood. It kind of keeps the pulse on what you're doing. And sometimes it kind of corrects you too whenever you're getting a little bit way out of there. It's great to talking to you again, Graham. Thank you for coming by. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And again, don't forget, bow giveaway is going to end November 1st. Or the name collection for the bow giveaway is going to end November 1st. Next weekend, we're going to do the drawing for that. And then one lucky winner. I'm looking forward to that. I'm so much looking forward to that. Man, I'm excited about that. So join me for that whenever that happens. Thank you guys so much. I hope you all have a great rest of the weekend. Have a great evening or day, whatever side of the world you're on. I never can tell, so I'm not even going to try. But thank you again. And we'll do it again next time. We will come by and hang out again next time. See you, Nico. Thank you so much. Jackie, everybody else, Shane, have a great one.